Do you want to know why, despite all your sacrifices, you're still at the bottom of your partner's priority list? It's because you are actively teaching them how to disrespect you. In this video, I'm going to expose a terrifying truth. What you call love and selflessness is actually a fear of being alone that reeks of desperation. I've walked this path of humiliation to the very end, thinking the more I crushed my own soul, the more I'd be cherished. Instead, I just became a doormat for others to walk over. I learned the hard way that the pillars of your relationship aren't made of flowers and gifts. They are made of the authority to say, "Respect me or I'm gone." If you don't have the guts to hear how you're dragging your own relationship into the dirt, close this video now. We're here to demolish your weak beliefs and build something unbreakable. Step into the unseen. Welcome to the ultimate masterclass in decoding the female mind. The foundation of inferiority. Why your sacrifices are driving your partner away. Why listening is the ultimate act of love. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of our series. I am so excited to have you here with me today. In this series, we are going to tackle a subject that has confused men for centuries, a subject that is often the root cause of almost every breakup, divorce, or cold relationship. The question is simple. What do women really want? I know what many of you guys are thinking right now. You might be sitting there thinking, "Oh, come on, women don't even know what they want themselves," or, "No matter what I do, it's never enough." But let me tell you a big truth right at the start of this journey. Women are not complicated. They are not unsolved puzzles. The problem is that the communication code men use is fundamentally different from the one women use. It's like we are broadcasting on FM radio, and they are tuned into AM. We are both sending signals, but we are just hearing static noise. Let's start with a very real, very common scenario that probably happens in your house every single week. Imagine your partner comes home from work, or maybe she's had a long, exhausting day taking care of the kids or dealing with family drama. She walks in, she looks tired, and she starts talking. She starts complaining about the traffic, about how rude a cashier was at the grocery store, or how she feels like she's gained weight. Now, pay attention here. This is the critical moment. As men, our brains are biologically and socially wired to be problem solvers. We are fixers. When we hear a problem, our instinct is to find the fastest, most logical solution to make the pain go away. So, what do? When she says, "The traffic was a nightmare," we immediately say, "Well, babe, you should leave 10 minutes earlier tomorrow." Or, "Why don't you take the subway?" When she says, "My friend Sarah was so mean to me today," we say, "Well, just stop hanging out with Sarah. She's toxic anyway." We think we are being helpful. We think we are being heroes. But in reality, we are destroying the moment. In that specific moment, she is not looking for a solution. She knows the subway exists. She knows she can stop seeing her friend. She didn't lose her IQ just because she had a bad day. So, what does she need? She needs emotional validation. For a woman, talking is not just about transferring data or information. For a man, speech is a tool to report facts. The car is broken. Dinner is ready. But for a woman, speech is a mechanism to process emotions. When she talks to you, she is literally rearranging the furniture in her mind to feel better. She is releasing stress. When you interrupt her with a solution, you are basically blocking that release valve. It's like telling someone who is vomiting to just swallow it back down. It's unhealthy, and it makes them feel worse. When you offer a quick fix, the message you are subconsciously sending her is, "I don't have the patience to listen to your feelings, so let's wrap this up quickly." So, what is the solution? What should you do to fill this 15-minute video with real value? You need to master the art of active listening. And no, Listening doesn't mean just keeping your mouth shut while you scroll through Instagram on your phone. Women have incredibly sensitive radars for presence. If you are physically there but mentally checking sports scores, she knows. And that hurts more than if you weren't there at all. Active listening means you put the phone down. You turn off the TV. You turn your body towards her, look her in the eyes, and you just witness her pain. You use short, affirming sentences. You say things like, "I can't believe that happened. That must have been so frustrating for you." Or simply, "I get it, babe. I'm here." These simple sentences are magic spells. They tell her, "I see your pain. I validate your experience, and I am not judging you." When a woman feels heard, she feels safe. And when she feels safe, she opens up her heart in ways you can't imagine. But listening is just the foundation. It's the basement of the house. In the next part of this video, we are going to move up to the first floor. We are going to talk about something that most men completely ignore until it's too late. The magic of details. Why does noticing a new haircut or a small change in her mood matter so much? Stay tuned, because this next part is a game changer. Welcome back. We just talked about the power of listening, which is the foundation of everything. Now, let's move to the second pillar, a concept that causes so much confusion and frustration for men: the need to be seen in the details. Let me explain the fundamental difference in how men and women often view the world. Men are usually macro thinkers. We are big-picture guys. We see the forest. We care about the destination, the bottom line, the final result. But women are often micro-thinkers when it comes to relationships. They see every single leaf on every single tree. They care about the journey, the nuances, and the tiny shifts in the atmosphere. Here is a classic scenario that I bet you have experienced or heard about. Your partner comes home from the hair salon. Maybe she just trimmed half an inch off the ends, or maybe she changed her hair color by just one shade. She walks in, stands in front of you, and waits. You look at her, you smile, and you say, "Hi, honey, how was your day?" And suddenly, the temperature in the room drops 10 degrees. She looks disappointed, maybe even hurt. She asks, "Do you notice anything different?" And panic sets in. You frantically scan her face, but you see nothing. You say, "You look great?" And she walks away, upset. You might think to yourself, "This is ridiculous. It's just hair. It looks exactly the same." But here is the secret you need to understand. It is never about the hair. It is never about the new earrings or the slightly different shade of lipstick. It is about the question that is constantly running in the back of her mind. Does he still see me? Am I still the most interesting and important thing in his world? When you fail to notice the details, the message she receives is not, "He is not observant." The message she receives is, "He has stopped looking at me. I have become part of the furniture. I am invisible." And for a woman, feeling invisible is the ultimate form of rejection. Attraction and love for a woman are built in these tiny moments of attention. Think about when you first started dating. You noticed everything. You noticed how she smiled. You noticed her perfume. You noticed when she was slightly cold. You were obsessed with the details of her existence. That attention made her feel like a queen. But as time goes on, we get comfortable. We stop looking. And when we stop looking, the spark starts to die. So, how do we fix this? You don't need to be a fashion expert. You just need to be conscious. Make it a habit to scan her. Look at her with intention, not just glancing at her while you walk past. If you notice she is wearing a dress you haven't seen in a while, say it. "Hey, that blue dress looks amazing on you." If you notice she has been quiet for the last hour, don't just ignore it and hope it goes away. Ask her about it. Say, "You seem a little quiet tonight. Is everything okay?" This brings us to emotional details. This is even more powerful than physical details. A woman wants you to be attuned to her emotional weather. If she is sighing while washing the dishes, that is a signal. If her text messages become short and cold, that is a signal. Most men ignore these signals until the explosion happens. But the smart man, the man who masters relationships, catches the signal early. He walks into the kitchen and says, "You seem stressed. Let me finish the dishes. Go sit down." That level of attention is what makes a woman feel deeply loved. It tells her that you are tuned in. It tells her that her well-being is a priority for you. It creates a feeling of romance that no expensive vacation can buy. Romance isn't about giant gestures once a year. It is about small gestures of attention every single day. Now, you might be thinking, "Okay, I listen and I notice the details. Is that it?" Not quite. There is one more massive piece of the puzzle. It is the container that holds everything together. Without this next element, she will never be able to fully relax and surrender to the relationship. We are going to talk about safety and security, but not in the way you think. It's not about protecting her from burglars. It's about protecting her heart. Let's dive into that in the next section. Now, let's talk about the most fundamental need of all: safety and security. When men hear the word security, our minds immediately jump to the physical or the financial. We think about locked doors, alarm systems, and a stable bank account. And while those things provide comfort, they are not the kind of security that touches a woman's soul. The security a woman truly craves is emotional security. This means she needs to feel that she is emotionally safe in your hands. It means she needs to know that she can be her most vulnerable, raw, and imperfect self without being judged, mocked, or abandoned. Think about it this way. For a woman to truly open up her heart and share her deepest self, she has to feel like she is standing on solid ground. If the ground is shaky, if she's afraid that showing her emotions will make you angry or make you walk away, she will build a wall around her heart to protect herself. Emotional security is built through consistency. This is a word men often overlook. A woman needs to know which version of you she is going to get when she walks through the door. If you are a hero one day and a stranger the next, if you are warm in the morning and cold and silent in the evening for no apparent reason, you are creating instability. In that instability, her anxiety grows. She starts walking on eggshells, trying to figure out how to keep the peace. That is the opposite of safety. Another huge part of security is public support. A woman needs to know that in a world that can be harsh and critical, you are her primary ally. When you are out with friends, or with family, or even in a public setting, she needs to feel that you have her back. Never make her the punchline of a joke in front of others. Never take someone else's side over hers in public, even if you think she's wrong. You can discuss the disagreement later in private, but in front of the world, you must be a united front. When she feels that you are her protector in the social and emotional sense, her loyalty to you becomes unbreakable. Security also comes from transparency. Secrets are the poison of emotional safety. Even small, seemingly insignificant secrets can create a sense of unease. When you are open about your day, your feelings, and your plans, it sends a message. I have nothing to hide because you are my partner in everything. When a woman doesn't have to play detective to figure out what's going on in your life, she can finally relax. And finally, security is about the anchor. Life is full of storms. There will be health issues, financial stresses, and family problems. In those moments, a woman doesn't necessarily need you to have all the answers. She needs you to be the anchor. She needs to look at you and see that you are not panicking, that you are present, and that you are saying, "We will figure this out together." Your presence and your calm are more protective than any weapon or any amount of money. When you provide this kind of emotional safety, something incredible happens. The woman in your life stops being defensive. She stops being difficult. She begins to blossom because she no longer has to spend all her energy protecting herself. She can finally give you the best version of herself. But how do we make all of this last? How do we ensure that these aren't just ideas we think about today, but habits we live by forever? In the final part of this video, we are going to wrap everything up, and I'll give you a simple daily roadmap to transform your relationship starting tonight. Don't go anywhere. So we have covered listening, we have covered attention to details, and we have covered emotional security. These are the 3 pillars. But the real question is, how do you turn these concepts into a reality that lasts? How do you make sure that tomorrow isn't just another day of falling back into old habits? The secret to a thriving relationship isn't found in one-time grand gestures. It's not about the diamond necklace you buy for an anniversary or the expensive vacation once a year. Those things are great, but they are like a coat of paint on a house. If the structure is weak, the paint doesn't matter. A great relationship is built on micro-investments. Think of your relationship as a bank account. Every time you listen without interrupting, you are making a deposit. Every time you notice her new dress or ask how she's feeling, you are making a deposit. Every time you stand up for her or keep your word, you are making a deposit. If you keep making these small deposits every day, you build up a massive amount of emotional credit. When the hard times come, and they will come, you have enough credit to get through the storm. But many men only try to make a deposit when the account is already overdrawn and the relationship is in crisis. By then, it's often too late. One of the most powerful tools you have is appreciation. In long-term relationships, we often stop saying, "Thank you." We start to view her efforts as her duty. We stop thanking her for the dinner she cooked, for the way she handles the kids, or for the support she gives us. But duty is the enemy of passion. When you stop appreciating a woman, she stops feeling seen. And when she stops feeling seen, she stops being motivated to give her best. Start noticing the things she does every day that you usually take for granted. Tell her, "I really appreciate how hard you work for our family." Tell her, "Thank you for being so patient with me today." These words are like oxygen for her soul. They make her feel that her life has meaning and impact in your eyes. Now, I want to give you a challenge for today. A simple action plan to start this transformation immediately. I want you to do 3 things in the next 24 hours. First, give her 10 minutes of your undivided attention. No phone, no TV, just listening. Second, notice one specific thing about her, either something she's wearing or something she did, and compliment her on it. And third, tell her one reason why you feel safe and happy with her. If you do these 3 things, you will see a shift. It might be small at first, but it is the start of a completely different dynamic. You will realize that what women want isn't a mystery at all. They want to be seen, they want to be heard, and they want to feel that they are safe in the heart of a man who actually cares. Women are like mirrors. If you give them coldness and neglect, they will reflect that back to you. But if you give them warmth, attention, and security, they will reflect that back 10 times over. They will become your greatest supporters, your most passionate lovers, and your most loyal friends. We have a lot more to talk about in this series. In the upcoming episodes, we are going to dive into topics like personal growth, maintaining independence within a relationship, and how to handle conflict without breaking the bond. We are going to build a roadmap for a relationship that doesn't just survive, but thrives. Thank you so much for spending this video with me. It shows that you care about your growth and the quality of your life. Please leave a comment below and let me know. Which of these 3 pillars do you find the most challenging? I read every single comment, and I'll be answering your questions in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself and take care of the heart that has been entrusted to you. I'll see you in the next episode.